Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Symphogear Season 3, Episode 4. So, we have more of just the same. I don't know why I said it like that. But, no, we learned some stuff. We have the auto scores, which are the dolls that have been created by who we're calling Carol. Um, we have, which, that's my bad for any of you guys that missed it in the last episode. I did have the revelation that in, I believe it was episode 1 even, she said it. She called it Carol Malice Dean Helm's Alchemy. And I didn't realize she was talking in the third person in that moment, because she could have said, my alchemy will bring about the destruction or whatever, so it made it sound like she's talking about another person named Carol Malice Dean Helm. Um, but yeah, apparently they're calling her Carol, so I'm gonna go with that for now. So, anyway, she has something in the works called the Chateau de Tifalges, which I don't know how to say that or know what it is, but it's part of what's going to shatter the world and murder miracles and all the other things she does. But and then we have the Dwargdane Legacy, which we found out is a relic, a part of the enchanted blade Danesleaf. So we have a lot of things happening. Also, auto scores use people as power. They suck the souls or life or whatever out of people and utilize it to power their forms. So not so great. But yeah, I'm excited to see more because so far this season has been a lot of fun. I like not having, I mean, I've said it a bunch of times, but I like not just having another Symphogear wielder as an antagonist. You know, it's like we had that the first 2 seasons, and I was excited to get this kind of alchemy magic stuff going on. So it feels different, it feels refreshing, and it's not just, I mean, at least so far, it's not just like, hi, Fine here, you know? Kind of stuff, even though we only barely got Fine last season, but it was still, you know, playing off her legacy kind of thing. So anyway, let's get started with the episode and watch it, shall we? All right, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Maria and Mama. In the past. Wasn't it broken more? I thought it was like broken in half. Half of what she has there. Did it get broken in one of her fights, maybe? Or maybe I'm just dumb. Oh, well, they already have an alert for the Alkanoids. Man, it's so weird having, like, the... Like, I like it, but it feels so off having no background music when the singing starts for the OP. I wonder if that's the enchanted blade Danesleaf. Danesleaf. Dwargdane, Danesleaf. Dean Helm. Too many things. Hey, my sister actually does that stuff. My sister does motorcycle racing and stuff like that, and she has been starting to do turns like that where you go so low that your legs are almost scraping the ground. She was showing pictures that got taken of her doing it at our last family gathering. We don't have a name for the homunculus girl, right? Or homunculus, right? I know it's not a girl. It has no genitals, but... it can think of itself as whatever it wants. and I will probably accidentally say her over and over and over again, so get used to it! Elf9, we do have the name. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. We got that in episode 2, and I forgot. I apologize. We do have a name, Elf9. I think I forgot that in the discussion of last episode, too. God damn it. Big dumb in my head up here, guys. Big dumb. I watch a lot of shows, okay. Oh, yes. I forgot we left off here with Hibiki not able to sing. My bad. Another thing my big dumb brain forgot. A lot's happened in a week, guys. A lot has happened. My life has been hectic as hell. Do we know the effects of alkanoids on humans yet? Yeah, they're trying to destroy the gear. What? Who's this? I mean, I know who she is. She's been around. But what with the sudden confidence? Hmm. Trying to... So pretend not to be friends with her? No. Well... These little things are weird. Okay, so they can just destroy normal objects, so they can probably do that to people, too. It is an anime, though! God damn it. She says that all the time. Oh. Okay, well, it can destroy clothing. Oh my god, Ogawa's a badass. Oh, is she using... Gungnir? Alright. New transformation for Maria! Didn't think we'd be getting this again. Give us our Kate powers back, baby. Wait. I guess she had that spear before. I wanted Kate powers! She's summoning more. Angry yelling. I always love how she goes from, like, singing the song to then, like, yelling, too. I love how, like, the songs are part of the battle, too. Not just a background track. Cause you couldn't. Oh. Oh, that was cool. She stopped it with her sharp teeth, didn't she? Oh. Never mind. This creepy girl. Or, I don't even know if it's a girl either, but whatever. Whoa! Watch out for the relic! She took the gear off. Oh, shit. Or she's hitting a limit. Oh, well. Yeah, they're just after the... It seems like they're just after destroying all of the Symphogears so that way they're out of their way, right? So she also... I thought... no, okay. So is that because she didn't have the drug that they talk about? What was it called? Linker? Or was it something about how she gave up Gungnir and now it's not actually hers, so that's why it wreaked havoc on her body? Hmm. As she averts her eyes. Oh, well. Welcome back, Gari. She was... When she said, like, 2, right? She's referencing her dad, I think, right? Died trying to help her daughter, probably. Hmm. I just had a theory. Why now all of a sudden, though? Like you were just all you had to do was fight Alkanoise, right? I mean, I guess it might have come down to having to fight that girl, and she doesn't want to fight that girl, but Like, in some respects, I understand Hibiki, but then in other aspects, I don't, because if all she wants to do is help people, then you would think fighting the Alkanoids would have been a way to help people. We should have been helping keep her friends alive. My head feels itchy. It's weird. It's like it's almost like movement. It almost feels like there's like a bug or something briefly, like right here for some reason. I don't know why. But no matter how much I like touch it, I feel it again a second after. She's in pretty bad shape. Oh, we just got the other name, didn't we? How do you spell that? Oh, Ignite. Badass project name. Hmm. Oh, jeez. I wonder if Hibiki would be able to fight them better if she knew that they were dolls. But the fact that they kind of have personalities of their own, she might not care that they're dolls. Jeez. You psycho. Man, Hibiki's really messed up. There's our Hibiki yell. Alright. It's very aggressive. Yeah, I'm a little confused by this block that Hibiki had. I mean, it looks like she's over it now, but I felt like nothing changed for her to be... Okay. We'll talk later about it. Alright. Mika's supposed to be their strongest one, right? So... Oh my god, her hair is rocket boosters! That looked like a solid hit. You never know with anime. She could just be perfectly fine. Oh. She Shadow Clone Jutsu'd. So was Mika never here then? Oh, okay, she was here. Did they hit the crystal? Well... That's not good. Is that another Symphogear gone? What do we do? Oh. That's not good. Oh no, are we gonna end the episode here? I just realized what time it is. Of course. Well, man. We're just taking L's everywhere, aren't we? So, no one can fight, right? Like, Maria used that relic to do what she did this episode. The only people left are, like, the couple minutes that Shirabe and Kirika can fight, right? Now, if those are still working relics, you still need to, like, what was the word she, like, Hibiki used a word this episode, right? She said, I think she said it last episode too. She said as soon as she said, like, when I linked with Gungnir, or like it's almost like you have to attune to these crystals, right? And so maybe I was thinking that's why maybe Maria had the recoil that she had, is because she's no longer attuned to Gungnir. Kind of like how Maria said, like, I should have never gave up Gungnir, because she gave up that attunement, and now, you know, Hibiki's the one attuned, not her. Oh, we have after credits. Yeah, and they don't even care about killing people. I guess they just... Oh, I guess that's... Okay, enhanced Symphogears. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Alright. That is it, guys, for episode 4. Let me write that down so I don't forget that next episode, because I probably will. And I don't forget to talk about it, so... Enhanced Symphogears. So... One of the other things I'm kind of confused about is how are they making these enhanced Symphogears? Because they said without Fine they can't fix any of the crystals. And I thought that also included making new relics. So even this, like, the fragment of the Enchanted Blade Dainsleaf, like, how are they gonna use, like... I don't know, I guess I'm confused of what they're capable of. Because I thought it was all like, oh, we can't do anything unless we have Fine, but now all of a sudden they can just make new enhanced Symphogears. But anyway, maybe we'll get more of an explanation next episode kind of thing. Maybe they can take a raw relic and make it usable, but they can't fix an already usable one, but that doesn't really make sense to me. I feel like if you're able to make a raw relic usable, then you'd be able to take a broken relic and fix it, right? Because they were saying, like, there's an aspect to the relic. I can't remember what they exactly said, but that they would need to fix, and they needed Fine to do that. But who were the outlines, actually? Maybe that would help. At the very end here... Who is that? Is that Chris? And I mean, that's definitely, I feel like that's definitely Chris and yeah, Ichival. It says it right there. Amino, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's definitely theirs. Never mind. Duh. But yeah, so that's definitely Chris and Tsubasa. I could tell by the outlines too, because you can kind of see, like, Chris's, like, long hairs that go down. You can kind of see those, and then you can definitely tell Tsubasa's, like, one ponytail kind of thing that she has there. But it even says Ichival and Amino Habakiri, which is both of their relics, so that makes sense. Alright, so I wonder if that's the only two they're doing. I guess they didn't know, maybe they weren't planning on enhancing Hibiki's because she couldn't use it. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to some enhanced Symphogears. But to talk about the main point of this episode, I guess... I don't know how I feel. I mean, and it's over now, so it's not a big deal. But I don't know how I feel about this, like, not being able to use her gear. Like, I guess maybe I haven't been paying attention well enough, but I don't understand what caused the blockage in the first place. Like, I know she said it's because she doesn't want to hurt anybody, but just... in the first episode, she was saving people from a fire using her gear. So what happened between episode 1 and episode 3 that caused her to not be able to use her gear again, right? Episode 1 was the fire where they saved people, right? Or was that episode 2? Either way. I guess that's just where I'm really confused. And then when she finally had the revelation, it felt like things that we already knew, right? Like, I don't know. It felt a little weird to me. Like, it's almost like it felt like they created a problem just to solve it, but they wanted a problem to be created, but they didn't know what kind of excuse to give for it. So then they just made up one and then had to make up a solution kind of thing. And it was like, I don't know. Because to me, like, you don't want people to get hurt, and you don't want to hurt people. And I mean, she said here that she was running away from the responsibility. So really is, like, I don't think she was scared that she was going to hurt anybody herself, right? Or was it? Like, she didn't want the responsibility of hurting someone, like having to hurt Carol, like, because when she saw Carol as being an enemy, she was like, I don't want to fight you, kind of thing, right? So is that what she was running from? Is not wanting to fight Carol? But I don't know. I guess maybe they are younger and everything. Maybe I just have like an adult, like a more adult, and I'm not in the moment either. Like, I'm not in the fight with them, and sometimes you make weird decisions when you're in like a combat scenario kind of thing. So maybe it's bad for me to try to say what I'd do in that situation. But to me, if all my friends were in danger, I wouldn't hesitate to put that gear on and save them, right? Like, and I mean, once again, I don't think at this point Hibiki knows that Gari and the others are dolls, except for Carol. And once again, I don't even know that Hibiki would care if they're dolls, because they still have like personalities and stuff like that. So she might now, maybe if she understands how they're powered, maybe that could tip Hibiki over the edge. But that's a lot of information that we have that she doesn't have. So I guess I can kind of see her not wanting to fight Gari herself, but she could still put the gear on and kill, the Alkanoids, right? I don't think she has any sympathy for the Alkanoids. But yeah, so I don't know, it just felt weird to me, because like, even when she had her revelation of like, I mean, basically what Miku said was, whenever you put your gear on, you helped people. And that's what snapped her out of it. And it's like, yeah, we've known that. That's the whole reason she liked her power, liked having this power, was that so she could help people. So telling her that she helps people, it's like, it's almost, I feel like I missed the part where Hibiki did something bad with the gear and hurt someone, right? Now that would make a little more sense to me. Like, if say Hibiki was trying to save people from the fire, and she got someone hurt by trying to save someone else in that fire situation, like she was rushing out of the building with that kid in her arms, and she made part of the building collapse and fall on another survivor that was in there, and she hurt someone by trying to save people. And that is what gave her blockage, is because she accidentally injured someone, right? And now she has this responsibility on her chest of like, oh crap, like, this power can be dangerous too, kind of thing. And then that's where her blockage comes from. And then that's when Miku comes in and reminds her all the times that she has saved people with her power, kind of thing. Like, that would make a little bit more sense to me. But I feel like we're missing that, like, I feel like I'm missing that initial bit of information as to what triggered her to suddenly be terrified to use her ability because she might hurt someone, right? But I'm sure one of you guys will give me a explanation as to what I'm missing or what up, but yeah, so the theory, if you remember towards the beginning of the episode, I had a theory, or I guess part of the way through the episode, I had a theory when it came to Carol talking about, this is all the way back to, they flash back to the first episode, and I didn't think about it in the first episode. There was so much going on, I just didn't think of it. but Carol mentioned that she said, like, are you gonna get yourself killed helping people too? As if someone else she knew did that already, right? So my thought is Carol's dad was burned at the stake for, like, magic, right? Was it Carol that was doing magic and her dad got burned for it? Kind of thing. So maybe the dad didn't do any kind of alchemy stuff at all. Maybe it was only Carol that was doing it. And then the father took the blame to save her daughter, or to save his daughter, and that's why she was like, "Are you gonna die helping people too?" kind of thing, because that's what her dad did for her, right? So, that's, I guess that's just my theory. Because, like, originally I was thinking that the dad died doing this magic, and now she took up his mantle and learned that magic that he used and is going to destroy the world with it in retribution for him, right? I thought it was going to be something like that, and it still could be. But now, hearing that, I do think it's very possible that the dad could have just been a normal dude, no magic, no nothing, and it was Carol that got her dad killed, kind of thing. Well, I know it's not Carol's fault. I'm not trying to blame Carol. Don't get me wrong. It's the people's fault that are, you know, are too scared of what they don't understand to burn people at the stake for it, kind of thing. But I'm sure there's more to that story, and I'm sure we will learn it as we go. So, I don't remember the names very well for the side girls, but the blonde girl, her plan was pretty good. The whole whatchamacalls it, she kind of, if I was like writing down at the time and I was very confused. I think also my brain was like racking because I thought she was gonna suddenly become like a badass. Like, I thought there was gonna be some hidden thing where, you know, my mind was going a mile a minute, and I was like, oh, is she like a Symphogear wielder and we've never known it, and she works for some other government organization and she's gonna come out and be a badass? But no, she just took like a very confident, like, almost like bully kind of tone and said, like, we're not friends with her. Probably because she could, I can't remember if Gari said it out loud when she said, like, oh, I'll just go after your friends instead. But maybe the blonde girl just figured out that's what she was gonna do, kind of thing. And so she was like, okay, I gotta make it seem like we're not friends, and that made Gari pause. Granted, I don't know that it really even phased Gari. I think she was just like, oh, I'll give you some hope, you know, kind of like how she said after, and give you the hope and then crush it, kind of thing. But still, solid plan. It caught me off guard. Props. But we also have the name of the girl, the other girl, which is Leir. I think it was Leiur. Where was it? Which that would be the one that fought. They said that was the one that fought Chris? It would be the one that fought. Yeah. Yeah, it would be the one that fought Chris, right? Because we already know. I'm pretty sure. Wow, this is why I said I need to. Remember last episode when I said I need to write down little, like, notes? I'm pretty sure Farah was the one that fought Tsubasa, right? At least that's how I remember it in my head. Here, let's just go find it because I missed the spelling on it too. It was when. Uh, it was, yeah, we got all the names when we had Elf9, which is another name that I accidentally forgot last episode, was explaining who all these people are. Let me see here. I think it's here that she says it, right? Maybe it wasn't? Huh. I feel like I went past it, maybe? Shoot. I'm sorry, guys. I thought I'd find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. I did not go past it. I wasn't there. The one who attacked Hibiki the other day is Gari. The one who fought Chris, yeah, is Leiur. Is that what I wrote down? I saw it very quickly. Leiur. That's what I wrote down. Nice. How did she say it? Oh crap! I was like on the word. No. Layer. It sounds like she said layer. Like a layer on Photoshop. Okay. Farah, Maki, Layer, and Gari. Okay, yeah, there's 4. I was like, wait, are there 5? But no, it's 5 including Carol. Okay. They don't really talk about the fact that they eat people to survive, too, right? Or, like, suck their essence out or something. I don't think they mention that at all. But alright, yeah, so definitely I got that right. I wanted to go back and check that just to make sure. Which means I am right that the one that fought Tsubasa is Farah. I gotta try to remember all that. Gari is pretty... For some reason, Gari is like... Maybe it's because it's the first one we've learned and we've seen her so much. It's kind of like one of those things that the more you see someone, the more you think about them, and the more you think about their name. Whereas we haven't seen... Well, we didn't know her name, but we haven't seen Layer or Farah since, like... I mean, other than seeing them, like, standing in the room with Carol. But we haven't seen them out in the field and saying the name a lot, kind of thing. So, I just kind of start forgetting. And, I mean... Just to fill you guys in, because I talked during the episode about how, like, a lot of things happened during the last week. There was one day, that our well tank exploded. Well, I shouldn't say exploded. Exploded is me being dramatic, but a hole popped in the side of it, and there was just water spraying everywhere in our boiler room. So, I was sleeping at the time, and all of a sudden, I live with my parents right now and everything still. So, I was sleeping, and all of a sudden I hear my mom yelling like, "The house is flooding!" And the boiler room is legit like right behind me. Like you can even see like behind this wall. Ooh, never mind. Let's not do that. I need to clean behind there. There's like spider webs and shit. I don't know if you guys can see it. I guess it doesn't matter. But you can see the pipes. Can you see that? Up there in the corner. That's why I have the cloth there to cover all that up. But yeah, that's the pipes leading to the boiler room and everything. So, but yeah, either that boiler room's right behind me, and so I'm sleeping in this room, and all of a sudden I hear my mom in the hallway outside my room yelling, "Ah, it's flooding!" And she's yelling my name to wake me up. So I jump out of bed. I throw shoes on really quickly just because our boiler room is a disaster. I probably would have stepped on a screw or something. We need to clean it up in there really badly, and it's like really tight spots. So anyway, yeah, I slipped on my shoes really quickly and then ran out of the room and walked in there, and it's like spraying at your face when you open the door. So I open the door and I'm already soaked instantly, water spraying in my face, and I'm on the phone with my dad because I've never shut the water off before, and he had to like guide me while I'm getting like sprayed in the face with water to turn the water off and everything. And it was just, and then like I spent the next couple hours after that just wet vacuuming as much water out as I could. And unfortunately it's been hot and humid, and then we had that flooding, which it leaked under the wall into my room and got my carpet a little wet, and now there's been some smells and stuff. So I'm a little worried that there might be mold. So I think we're going to be getting it, we might be getting it looked at. Although the smell that I smelled yesterday, I do not smell anymore. So I have no idea what's going on. But either way, we should probably get it looked at regardless, but I'm not sure. We've never really had to get mold looked for, so I don't know how it works. I don't know if they have to tear the carpet up or if they can, like, detect it through the carpet kind of thing. I don't really know how it all works, so we're going to be looking into it and finding out and everything. So it was just that day felt like a week went by just in that one day. It was just crazy how like thrown off I was by that whole situation. But yeah, so it feels like it's been forever since I watched the last episode. But anyway, sorry. I kind of went on a tangent. I just wanted to tell the story. It was pretty crazy. But yeah. Bum. So Project Ignite, I guess, is just the like the enhanced Symphogears, which I'm guessing is using the fragment from the Enchanted Blade Dainsleif. Now that's interesting because usually like these fragments of relics are used to create a new kind of gear, right? But instead they're somehow using it to enhance their current gear. So maybe it's not the kind of relic that makes gear kind of thing, but it has some kind of special properties that are going to protect them from the alkanoids maybe or whatnot. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the explanation of how they got it working, right? I'm also really worried because if all of these things are created by Carol, the dolls, the homunculus, Elf9, like, I want to trust Elf9, but it's also very possible that Carol has set all this up because Elf9 keeps mentioning that she's, like, programmed with this knowledge, and I'm really paranoid that Elf9 is just still going with Carol's orders, ordered her to come here, pretend you're betraying me, and get them to enchant their gear, and we're gonna damage their gear. You know, it's like, it seems like it's all part of a plan, right? Like, get them to damage their gear, which means then they need to upgrade it, send in Elf9 to give them a way to upgrade it, and now whatever this upgrade is gonna be, it's gonna be something that benefits Carol in some way. Either it allows her to, like, control their gear or something, and that could be something crazy too. Like, if whatever this fragment is gives, you know, her control, like maybe she could turn our Symphogear wielders into dolls, right? And then all of a sudden she'll have Tsubasa and Chris on her side to fight, or something like that, and then we need Hibiki even more, which means she's gonna have to fight her friends, and, you know, now we just had this whole little mini arc from Hibiki where she's having a really hard time fighting people because she just wants to help people, right? And then she might have to fight her friends. Like, ooh. Like, I could definitely see the story going in that direction with, like, the little pieces they've set up. So, now I'm a little worried that my theories are gonna pan out to be that way, right? But, because that's the only problem with speculating like I do in these discussions, is because if I end up being right, then when I see it, I'm gonna be like, okay, so I was right, you know, rather than being like, oh shit, this is happening, you know. I guess I will still be a little bit surprised that I'm right, because I lack confidence, so I usually expect myself to be wrong about things, rather than being right. So, but anyway, very interesting. It was an okay episode, I will say that, because I'm so thrown by the development of suddenly Hibiki not being able to use her gear, and then suddenly her being able to use the gear again, and I feel like I don't understand why it started, and I don't understand why it finished, and so, like, it just felt weird. But all the other things in the episode were exciting and interesting, and the fact that our characters have been taking such a beating, we're only on episode 4, and pretty much all of our Symphogear wielders are out of commission at this point, so, you know, obviously we now have these enhanced gears that we're going to be using, so I'm curious of what that's going to be like, and what they're going to look like, because, let's be real, if they have a chance to make these things look even crazier, they're going to do it, right? And they were already pretty crazy to begin with, so... but yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. Link in the description below. And you can see the rest of Symphogear on there right now if you're watching this on YouTube release. So, thank you guys, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.